Hi everyone, it's me back with another video. I think it's just after like 12 a.m. or something. Um, but I just wanted to share with you guys something that's kind of odd, a little bit. But I did tell you guys that I haven't got my cycle in so long. I mean, just this October, like last October, I did, or November, I mean. In November I did get a cycle, but before that I didn't have one since September 2022. So, been a long time, but I guess I'll just open up and share with you guys like what was happening before that November. Just before that November, probably like September, October. So I was getting, I guess you can say, paranoid. And this is kind of hard to talk about. I don't know if other people really talk about this or whatever. I'm not, or if any other woman has experienced this. If you're a man, I mean, this is probably, you've never really probably thought about this. But I hadn't had my cycle in so long, and I was just feeling sick and everything like that. And I was starting to get very paranoid that I was pregnant. But not only that, is that even with negative pregnancy tests, I could not let it go, and it was very bad. Like, I don't wish it on anyone. Like, I thought I was losing my mind a little bit because, if you Google symptoms or whatever, it could, a lot of times if it's a women related something, it'll like inevitably one of the symptoms, or not symptoms, but one of the diagnoses would be like, things related to pregnancy or whatever. So that was my issue, okay? Um, and I was having like some weird muscle spasm things in my stomach, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this movement? I was feeling weird things, and like, I don't know if, some people say gas bubbles, and I was feeling like weird muscle spasmy movement things in my stomach. So I was like, oh no, like, well, oh no, or oh yes, like depending on what your reaction is. But I was like, I just had not had a cycle in so long, and I was like, what if this is one of those situations? Took home pregnancy tests, went to urgent care, had a pregnancy test taken there. Went to my gynecologist actually, and that was the reason why I wanted to go, is because I wanted to ask for a blood pregnancy test, because I was like, maybe it's just not being picked up in my urine or whatever. I was going crazy, I think, literally. But my doctor said no. You don't need a blood pregnancy test. I took your urine and it's negative, and you're not. But he did like a physical pelvic exam and stuff like that, and I just told him I haven't had a cycle in so long. I'm having this things, and he's like, you likely have PCOS. Okay. You have the markers for it. I have like some hair on my stomach, and like by my belly button and stuff, and I get hairs right here, a little bit right here. So he was like, that is atypical hair growth, or whatever, for women, and that could be because that's what you have, and you're overweight and things, and you're not having a cycle. So that's your issue. Now what he said, now what I can do, and your options are, if you want to get pregnant, then I will prescribe you Clomid, but your insurance that you have does not cover it, so it would be out of pocket with it, and so you would have to buy it. And also too, he said if you don't want to get pregnant, I can put you on birth control. So that was like the first option. Oh no, and he also said I can go in on surgery, with surgery, and I can poke holes in your little cysts on your ovaries, because uh you know I've had a couple surgeries before, and there were cysts on my ovaries and a little bit of endometriosis actually, but I hadn't had a surgery in so long with him, and he just offered to do surgery again, and that was something I really didn't want to do at all. And I wasn't agreeing with any of it, I guess you could say. I wasn't on board with any of it, honestly. But there was something else he said. Well, think about it, and come back and like let me know what you want to do. And he also said, in the meantime, you can, and this is what I'll do. I will refer you to a, what are those called? A primary care physician, not like a specialist, which is a gynecologist, but like just a normal physician, and we can get you started on Wegovy, or whatever you call it, however you say it, the weight loss medication. And he said, you'll be able to probably ovulate normally if you lost, some weight, and that's mostly your issue, and that's what I can do. So if you're ready to get pregnant right now, I can start you on some Clomid. I can prescribe that to you, and you can take it. You're gonna have to buy it yourself, but we can do that. You can have another surgery, and I can poke holes in your little cysts, and maybe something will come of that, or I can refer you to another physician, and you can be prescribed Wegovy, whatever you call it, however you say it. And if you tell that doctor that I sent you to him or her, I don't remember if it was a woman or a man, but they said, yeah. He said, yeah, he will or she will prescribe it to you. No problem if you say that, I sent you, and that's what your issues are or whatever. And I said, well, I didn't really say anything. Like, I wasn't, like, on board with any of it. I was just like, my issue is my weight, okay? And my cyst and polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS or whatever. Like, it was just a lot to process, okay? It was just a lot to process to me. And I was like, all right. And I was, like, so disturbed because my mind was so delusional, I feel like, at that point, because I was like, I'm tired, my feet are swollen or whatever, just like not feeling well, just exhausted all the time, no cycle, feeling some weirdness like in my digestional system, my digestive tract, like my stomach area, and I was like, I thought I was getting false negative pregnancy tests, honestly, which is weird, and I know that, like, and I'm not even obsessed with being pregnant or anything, and this is kind of hard to talk about, because I'm like, what if people think I'm a weirdo or whatever, because I think I saw, like, on, maybe Dr. Phil or Oprah or some person that's like, I've been pregnant for 6 years, and I'm just waiting for to have my, no, it's not like that. It's not like I need to be on Dr. Phil or anything, which, I don't know. What I'm saying is, like, the delusion isn't like that bad. It's just like, I really thought for a while that I was like having like a cryptic pregnancy situation or something happening, but obviously that wasn't so. I didn't want to have another surgery. I just didn't want to go under the knife again, having to go through, being put under and being having more scar tissue, like where I am. Like, I have like scars on my belly button and under my stomach area because like of these surgeries, and I just didn't want to do that again. And I also did not want to get pregnant in my current state because my body has already deemed me unfit right now to conceive, because I don't have a cycle, and I just don't want to risk like having like complications in a pregnancy or childbirth or whatever, like gestational diabetes. What is that other thing? I don't even know. I've never been pregnant, so I don't even know, like the diseases or whatever, or that you can have during pregnancy. I don't even um, there's another one I feel like is like really bad for you. And also too, you can have liver issues and like it can go really wrong. And I feel like me being the size that I am, forcing myself to ovulate with a synthetic medication, okay, and then conceiving that way and then having to sustain the pregnancy however way, I know that sometimes some women have to be supplemented with like progesterone or something, and I just didn't want to go that route at all. Like, if my body worked the way it was supposed to, like, and I got pregnant naturally and everything, like, that would be amazing. That would be beautiful. Like, that would just be right on time and the way that it was supposed to happen and the way it's supposed to go. And I'm really okay if it doesn't happen that way. I'm okay. I'm content with what I am and where I am right now. I'm okay. But my weight is the issue in my health. And then I thought about like taking a medication, and I'm like, that's not really gonna fix it, is it? Like, taking a medication. My problem is overeating or not eating the correct foods that will nourish me and will help me and will heal me and will get me to a healthy weight and a healthy body, and for me to have good energy levels and good hair and nails and skin and stuff like that. Like, my nails are brittle, my hair is like thinning, and my skin is just like so dry and like flaked off and stuff. I mean, I just didn't agree with that either, to go to the doctor and get prescribed a weight loss medication, which I never heard of. Wegovy or however you say Wegovy. Well, I don't know how it's said, but never heard of it before. Never heard of it before. I just was like, okay, if my weight is the issue, then I have to change. So that's why I started Carnivore too, because I was like, I'm feeling crazy. I'm feeling not good. I'm looking not good. Like, just. And I want to tell you too that if you're trying, or if you're thinking about this, which I've thought a lot about doing certain things like keto, tried it, veganism, tried it, carnivore, even tried it, attempted it a couple times. I was in my notes app actually on my iPhone, and it said started carnivore diet February 23rd of last year, so I forgot I even tried it that time. So this is like my third attempt actually. So if you're on the fence about it or whatever, look, you're not gonna have some magical motivation to get done the things that you need to get done, to accomplish things that you want to accomplish. You're not gonna have some magic thing that is like, no, it's literally making a decision second by second and saying no to yourself and saying yes to yourself as well. No meaning like, oh, I want tacos right now. No, not right now. You actually need beef and eggs. Or you may not need anything. Maybe you're not even hungry and you just ate a meal. But saying yes to yourself, meaning, yeah, you do deserve to feel good, to have energy, to look good in your clothes, to not have a lot of excess weight on you. Yeah. You deserve to be healthy. Yes to being healthy. Yes to making good choices for you. Good. I just thank you all for listening, if you got this far. And I want to tell you that if you are waiting for any reason, if you're thinking, oh, I have this plan to go to this restaurant or whatever, I have this plan to, I know that I'm going to be hanging out with my friends and they're going to want to do this and I don't want to be left out or whatever, just, you gotta say no to yourself, and also you have to say yes to yourself too. It's all up to you. No one can force you into it. No one can force you into it. No one can. No one can. It's all up to you. I encourage you to do it though. I mean, I've been on Carnivore this time from December 20th. And with the exception of on the 25th, which was 5 days later, that's Christmas Day, I ate Christmas food and a few desserts. And then I was right back on it the next day. Just start. Just do it. Honestly. Do it for you. Do it for your kids if you have any. Do it for your future. Do it for... Just do it because you can. Honestly. There's never a better reason to make a change than for your own health, your own longevity, your own future. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening.